you, Sasha? How are you, Aliyah? I hope you're doing pretty good. It's been a while since I sent a video, hasn't it? It's been, gosh, I haven't sent a video since you guys left. It was so nice to see you when you guys came. That was really exciting. Yay! I've been feeling kind of funky, so I haven't been doing a lot of things. I'm sorry that it's taking me so long to send a video again. But I love you guys very, very much, and I miss you. You know what I still have outside? the cars that you made, the cardboard boxes, except they got wet, so they're going to get kind of floppy from being wet. So I'm going to have to recycle them. But next time you guys come, you can make new ones, right? All right, you guys ready for some stories? All right, here we go. I'm going to turn the phone around. Here we go. I'm going to read about Jane and the Chimps. Let's see if I can get the phone to stay. There we go. Okay. Jane and the Chimps. It was a hot, sticky day in the Tanzanian rainforest. Birds trilled, monkeys capered in the trees, and bush pigs snuffled around on the forest floor. A leopard hid in the underbush, but it was almost impossible to spot. Can you find the leopard? If I bring the book up closer. Look. I think that's supposed to be the leopard, and it's blending in. Okay. And I'm thinking that maybe that's Jane. Okay, well, let's read more and find out. There we go. What wasn't hard to spot, though, was the blonde woman sitting up in the tree. The group of chimpanzees knew she was watching them, this pale, hairless ape, but they didn't know why, so they kept her at a safe distance, running away whenever she tried to get near. The woman's name was Jane Goodall, and she was now wondering if this was all going to work out. Her boss has sent her there to study wild chimpanzees and learn about their behavior. Even though she'd never studied animals before, and she hadn't even been to college yet, she'd taken a chance on her. Oh, her boss had taken a chance on her. Deep down, Jane knew why. She was smart and brave, and she loved animals. But how was she going to learn anything about these chimps when they wouldn't let her get close? Weeks had passed, and her little black cloud of worry was getting bigger and bigger. What if she failed? A memory came floating back to her from when she was 4 years old. She'd been staying at a grandmother's farm, and every day Jane would help her grandma collect the eggs from the chicken coop. But Jane wanted to know, how did hens lay eggs anyway? She decided the best way to find out would be to see for herself. So she climbed into one of the hen houses. In a flurry of feathers, the hens inside bolted out, squawking. But little Jane didn't give up. Instead, she settled into the corner and waited. Hours passed. Her legs cramped up, and she almost fell asleep. But eventually, a hen wandered in and laid her egg, and Jane saw it. She was so happy. Watching the chimpanzees was the same, Jane told herself. She simply had to wait long enough. Waiting wasn't easy, but Jane was good at it, and eventually it paid off. One day, while Jane was watching the chimp with the grayish-white whiskers on his chin, the one she'd named David Graybeard, she saw something incredible. He plucked a stick from the grass, stripped off its leaves, and stuck it down a termite hole. When he brought it out, it was covered in termites, which Dave nibbled off. This might not seem that amazing at first, especially the part about eating bugs, but what David did show Jane was that chimps can use tools. He made himself a fishing rod to fish for termites. No one knew animals could do that. They thought only humans were smart enough. This was Jane's first big discovery. David Graybeard helped her again by being the first chimp brave enough to let her get closer, or actually to get closer to her. He wandered into her campsite one day, tempted by some tasty palm nuts, and then he kept coming back. Once he even stole some of her bananas. Jane started waiting for his visits, making sure to have bananas at the ready. Soon enough, David got used to having her around. He even took a banana right from her hand. Jane knew that David Graybeard was her friend. When he saw her in the forest, he would hoot his hello, and sometimes he would even join her up on the mountain while she sat and did her research. When David Graybeard's trust came, the slow blossoming of trust from the other chimps, and over time, Jane got to know them very well. She learned that chimpanzees were a lot like people in other ways too. They had families and friends. They played, hugged, and kissed, and felt fear and joy and sadness. Now Jane Goodall is famous around the globe for the work that she's done with chimpanzees, not just in showing us how they live, but in helping protect them and helping protect the planet. It was all worth the time and the waiting to get to know these special creatures, to tell their stories, and to remind the world that animals and people might not be so different after all. Well, that was cool, huh? Isn't that amazing? That she discovered that the chimpanzees are like people, that they feel and they have families and that they hug and they kiss and they get happy and sad just like people do. I think that's pretty amazing. All right, girls. I love you very much. I hope that you have a beautiful day and a beautiful night. I hope you have beautiful dreams, and I hope you have lots of fun with your friends and your mom and your dad and everyone else. I love you. I'm sending you a big hug. Ugh, I miss you. Bye.